What is Maladjusted? It's a story about the realization of how the system is failing victims, survivors, women, children, families, community, healthcare practitioners.
It's a piece on the mental health system created by people who are all part of that system.
The mechanism of the mental health system and looking at it and finding ways to deal with it.
How the mental health system, however we want to define what that means, so it could be conversations, it could be in hospitals, it could be out and about in the community, how it's become this automatic kind of machine in which everybody in it is just going and going because we don't know where to go.
It's bringing mental health issues, particularly the system, on stage to life. I think there's a lot of issues that people talk about. They think they have solutions, but it's put on stage, and I think it gives people a chance to participate physically in the dialogue as opposed to just talking about it.
My reasons for becoming involved in Maladjusted is I've been on both sides of the system. I personally work in the system with victims of crime, and I feel that there's stigmatization and policy issues that exist, and that we need to create a more inclusive, client-centered system.
I've always wanted to have a voice and voice my concerns about the mental health system, and I found this was a great way that I could do that.
I'm a filmmaker and a playwright and have wanted to do a piece on mental illness, and so when the opportunity came up to work with David on this, I've always admired him, and I wanted to work with him, and it was on a topic that was something that I think is probably the greatest epidemic right now that's sweeping Canada and the United States.
The end product is producing something really illuminating and really innovative and new. An analysis and a perspective on this system that can actually help change, that can actually create something. I hope the audience walk out of the show, the end product, seeing humans, seeing people more than seeing roles, patient and doctor and administrator.
Hopefully it will give a bunch of people a voice, or people on their side, and hopefully the outcome would be some changes made to the mental health system.
I just hope people come to it, and the stigma about mental health doesn't create this walled garden so they don't participate. I want people involved in it, and I want to see all aspects of the discussion, because mental health, everyone has a mind, everyone has a system of thinking, and the government, it's not going to solve it.
I think people will understand that there are a lot of people in Canadian society that deal with this, and we all have to deal with it together.
I hope this project will achieve community awareness, community dialogue. It'll create a policy paper that the funders, the City of Vancouver, the Canadian Mental Health Association will look at and honor, and be able to take some change and some direction from what the community is saying.
It'll be a great performance. Come, if you've never been to performance theater, you have to try it. It's amazing. You've got to come.
From the workshop process, I've done many theatrical workshops, and I have never done anything this intense before, as far as touching raw emotion and dealing with actual subject matter and individuals.
I believe the community should come see the performance, because it's going to be mind-blowing, it's going to be really intense, it's going to create a lot of drama and emotion, but I think it's those conversations that need to happen that aren't happening in the field, in mental health, if you're a worker or if you're a patient or you're a family member or a caregiver. They're the conversations that people are afraid to have, and those emotions will be explored.
It's intense. It's really intense, and I think it will be a really, really good show.
Everyone is touched by these issues. It is so deeply in our society at every level. No one's immune or safe from these problems. And this project is all about the tools for facing them authentically and maybe solving some of them in the future.